14 years old, I saw my first period, and then I started noticing heavy body changes. When I say heavy body changes, I mean hair started growing out of my body in ways that I didn't know I could grow hair as a lady, as a woman. I felt abnormal, right? And there was really nobody to ask these questions. Hello everyone, my name is Esther Uzodinma, the founder of Esther Limited, a hair removal cream brand for ladies, and this is In Conversations with Minority Africa. I grew up with my old grandma who really knows nothing, about hair and all of that. So I started asking questions to the wrong people, my classmates. And, obviously they are teenagers. They would definitely laugh and call you Mr. Man. I was called so many names, Esau's daughter, Wolverine. They called me so many things. And, Google, I leaned into Google. I saw that it's a condition called Hirsutism, basically caused by excessive hormonal productions in females of reproductive age. So if you're a young lady and you notice some sort of male hair growth pattern in your body, it's because you produce excessive androgens. Androgens are the hormones present in men, and estrogens are the hormones present in female bodies, right, in your reproductive system. So as a lady, that means you produce excess androgen, which is called hyperandrogenism, right? So it causes you to, produce more hair, or maybe manly features. For example, you might not really grow a lot of chest, boobs, and then, you might grow more muscles, just like men. So not just hirsutism causes hair growth, PCOS also causes hair growth. And it's, hirsutism is also one of the symptoms of PCOS, right? So basically, hirsutism is just simple. It means as a lady, you have male hormones in your system and you do or act or look sometimes like a man. Misconceptions and myths surrounding hirsutism. I would say that people really do not understand. They don't think it's a thing. Because imagine you growing beards or having a lot of body hair as a lady, and then someone comes to you and asks you, why do you have hair? And you tell them, oh, it's a hormone thing. They don't believe it's real. They just feel like, oh, you are a man and you are mistaken for a lady, right? So some people who are very, ignorant, who are not learned, will not really go to the deep understanding of what hirsutism is, and they just make flimsy excuses. They don't want to hear. Just call you Mr. Man. So I think these are some of the myths that I know. Hirsutism is not popularly discussed, so I wouldn't say there are so many myths surrounding it. It's not a broad topic, unlike, some other health challenges that we have, right? So I think people majorly focus on the PCOS aspects rather. We live in a very superficial world whereby people say, oh, embrace your body, embrace who you are, love who you are. But at the same time, the world has high beauty standards, especially for we women in Africa. We are black, and then we mostly emulate some of the Western culture. And, the Western culture paints their ladies as the most beautiful, skin perfect, skin soothing, all of these things. And we see this and we want to emulate it, So it's different when you say, oh, you want to embrace your body and you're confident, and then you walk into a room and you're the only odd one out, right? It's truth be told, it's very hard. It impacts everything around you, your psychological well-being. It impacts your relationship romantically, right? It impacts who or how you perceive yourself, except if you have strong heart. My personal preference is to be very feminine as much as I can because I love being a woman. At some point, I had to change into a tomboy because of my body hair. I would cover up, wear baggy clothes, wear manly outfits, wear face caps, nose mask and all of those things just to feel like a boy, because people really called me a boy then. I was like, okay, if this is what you call me, this is what I'm gonna be. But deep down, I just wanted to be this fairy tale princess, that everybody would love. And, but then I said it to myself, I am a woman. I did not cause this. It probably caused from genetics. It's not my fault. I embrace myself. But personally, I prefer to take out my body hair and my face hair, So it's a lot. The psychological impact it has on the individual, it's a lot. And the beauty standards as well. A skincare brand reached out to me for a commercial. And at the time, I hadn't waxed. So I was using the products in the video and, my hair was hairing. It was really hairy. Now, these commercials that you see for skincare brands, they use flawless skin, all of that. And then I was just gliding the products around my hairy body, feeling very, okay. So I sent them the video. They came back to me and said they don't want the video. I knew why they did not want the video. But they told me, oh, your bedsheet is not looking good. I say, huh? Just come out with your full chest and say it. So it's I would say it's a double-edged sword. They're telling you embrace yourself, but still. So you see, it's very superficial. But yeah, kudos to everyone going through this. there are so many girls out there who are already coming of age or reproductive age who are very clueless about the fact that something like this exists. And if I was 14 then, with less technology at the time, which now I'm privileged that there's more technology and more information, but then there are still some people who are clueless. There are still some people in some parts of Africa, in the world globally as well, who do not know about conditions like this, and they will just basically feel abnormal or think they're abnormal, right? So I would say, just from my pain, right, I became an advocate for Hirsutism, because I feel like everybody should know about it, know the safest options to remove hair if that's your choice, and also I'm building my brand, Esther, for ladies dealing with conditions like this, even though it's not the solution to the root cause of the problem, because the root cause is actually the hormones and the, imbalances. So you can keep taking out hair, but as long as the hormonal imbalance is there, your hair is still going to grow out. So my mission is to actually create or solution for the root cause, right? For ladies, maybe work with some scientists. Oh my God, I can't wait for that time. But for now, my brand is my greatest story. It's an extension of myself, basically trying to reach more people who are going through similar conditions, to tell them that they're not alone. Because trust me, I looked for communities, I looked for forums like this, who have spoken about Hirsutism, but there's really none online. There's no blog, there's no, you can see some for PCOS maybe, but for Hirsutism itself, because there are some ladies who have just Hirsutism without the PCOS, right? So there's no really any community out there that speaks out loudly for ladies like us, and I want to be that voice. There are some things that have been developed, right, for ladies dealing with Hirsutism from the medical standpoint. Right? There's a medicine, I can't really pronounce the name, but spirulethone, I think that's what it's called. And then there are some hormone suppressors as well, you understand? Well, some ladies who have taken this have not really reported any significant change. So yes, there might be some things, but I don't think there's, just like you have medicine for malaria, like it will cure malaria. There's no really any medicine for Hirsutism, right? Even PCOS, there are just some, medicines to help you reduce the pain and the impact it has on your body in general. But I don't think enough research, enough study has been devoted to these causes, to this root, to develop solutions for the root causes of these hormonal imbalances. Yes, there may be a few people, but you have to have the racks and bucks. You have to have money, and it should not, just like you buy pads. I want the solution to hormonal imbalance to be accessible, right? To be very affordable as well, for these women, because it's not them that cause it for themselves. Do you understand? They just woke up one day and they saw these things, so I want it to be very accessible. So if the medical industry can do, critical research, critical study, and develop something, it would be amazing. But then there are some spearmint tea here and there that you can take to reduce, some hormones and, balance your hormones, something like that. But I mean, people have different options. It depends on the individual, in question. But if you want to approach from the cosmetics point of view, hair removal creams can definitely work, and that's why I'm working on building something at least very painless, because I've waxed a lot of times. Oh my God, waxing is painful, tweezing is painful, you have ingrown hairs, you have stubbles, so from the cosmetics approach, these are some of the things that you could do if you want to just take out your hair temporarily. It's not because you are not perfect, or it's not because you're not beautiful enough, just if that's your choice, these are some of the things that can empower your choice, and my brand will stand for that.